Good evening, Saints fans. Welcome into an evening edition of Saints Now by Chat Sports. As always, I'm your host, Trizzy Trace Girouard. Going to be doing these all season long. Going to give you our instant reactions right after the watch parties. And then later on, going to take some time to go through my notes, rewatch some tape, and give you a more detailed thoughts and analysis and just kind of get some opinions out about the game. So in today's video, I want to take a look at not just the good, but the bad that came out of the week one loss, because there is obvious negatives in this game. I mean, for what it's worth, the run defense was not that great. I thought that their offense at times was dull, and I do think that the New Orleans Saints need to be a lot more careful when protecting Chris Olave, and they need to be able to put together four quarters. But I do want to take a very, very in-depth look at the good things that came out of this game, because all in all, of course, I'm upset and I'm frustrated that we lost. I am going to say I'm not necessarily pissed about the game. I mean, I understand that people are going to be really, really mad, but I do think that the Saints put some really, really good things together. I thought the special teams together it was pretty solid outside of the Blake Groupie missed field goal. We'll talk about that later. I thought the pass rush was really good, and I thought there were some other really good things. So we're going to dive into all that in detail here on the channel. I hope you guys are enjoying the Sunday night football game. Got it on in the background. Going to film this video, get right back to the game. But be sure to subscribe to the channel. We are about 250 crazy Saints fans away from getting across 50,000 subscribers. So I hope you join our family. We go live every single game day, live on Mondays, live on Thursdays, and, do a lot of crazy content, a lot of fun, honest, unfiltered, uncut content here on the channel. So let's start off with the good, because, life is all about looking at the positives and finding the silver linings. I do think today the pass rush was really, really solid. I wish that there was a little bit more pressure. I wish that there was a little bit more sack production. But I want to make one thing very, very clear. Don't forget, the New Orleans Saints were missing Chase Young, their number one edge rusher. But Carl Granderson and Cam Jordan stepped up in a really, really, really big way. The Saints in total today logged 5 sacks and 11 pressures on 61 total dropbacks by Kyler Murray. Another crazy stat, 3 sacks in the first 2 opening drives. Cam Jordan got a sack on Kyler Murray, very, very clutch moment. You saw Pete Werner get logged for a sack. He kind of forced Kyler out of bounds, but logged for a sack nonetheless. Alontae Taylor, really, really clutch sack late in the game. Saints needed to force a punt, and he came through in a big, big moment. Carl Granderson and Cam Jordan both logged 1.5 today. So I do think that the pass rush was really, really good. At times, Kyler Murray was able to scramble and keep plays alive for way too long, and then, of course, use his legs to beat you. But I do think that, considering you didn't have your top edge rusher, you saw a lot of guys step up and really make some good plays. Brian Brzee had a pressure. Devon Gotcha had a pressure. Mario Davis had a pressure. I think that the Saints did a good job in terms of rushing the passer overall. Again, I wish there was more production in total from just getting in the backfield and bringing down Kyler Murray and some of those opportunities when he did scramble and did roll out of the pocket outside of the hashes. But 5 sacks, not bad for your first game of the season. Rattler, I will say, I think this was his best performance, including all of the preseason games. I think in general, this was his best all-together game. Spencer Rattler wasn't amazing by any means. 27 of 46, 214 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Technically did throw one. Will Johnson made a really good play on a Rashid Shaheed deep ball, but it was overturned, thankfully. Saints got bailed out by a penalty, which, by the way, definitely going to address the penalty situation in a minute. But only got sacked once, had a passer rating of 70.4, also had 4 carries for 29 yards, average 7.3. Kyler Murray had 7 carries, 38 yards, average 5.4. So fair to say Spencer Rattler was better with his legs. Maybe, maybe not. But Kyler Murray was also really good today, 21 to 29, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns, a really, really impressive passer rating of 108.8, excuse me. Got sacked 5 times, though, for 33 total yards. Good pass rush by the New Orleans Saints. I think Cam Jordan, Alvin Kamara, ageless wonder. That Alvin Kamara touchdown, I know it didn't really seem like he made a huge impact throughout the game, but, he was fighting a lot for extra yards. It does not look like he's washed. I'm old enough to remember people on social media and people in the comment section saying Alvin Kamara's washed, and Cam Jordan is a bum. He needs to retire. they were two of the best performers of the day, in my personal opinion. Kendre Miller, I thought looked really, really good in the limited snaps and in the return game as well. Lopez, shout out to him. He put together a couple of these as well, helped me out. So want to give him some love. Make sure you give him some love in the comments. But I thought Kendre Miller was really, really impressive in the opportunities he had. The numbers aren't going to jump off the screen at you, but altogether, he was impressive. I mean, he fought for extra yards. He was very, very tough to tackle. He runs with a lot of force. And shout out to Devin Neal, too. Very limited reps, very limited opportunities. I thought he looked really good, too. Kai Kroger got a boot. I can see why he won the punter battle. He had 2 punts land inside the 20, a long of 54 yards. 4 punts. 50.5 yards per punt. If Lopez wrote those numbers down wrong, I'm sorry, but not bad. I mean, Kai Kroger, I thought, did a really good job at flipping the field. Saints offense obviously had a lot of drives that just got stalled or just didn't finish. But Kai Kroger did a really good job at flipping the field. So shout out to him. I can see why he won the punter battle. Run defense, I want to say, looked improved. And I put kinda in parentheses here. Because I do think, all in all, the run defense had some really, really, really nice moments. And there were some really good plays where the Saints were able to come up with stops behind the line of scrimmage, at the line of scrimmage, just 1 or 2 yards downfield. But you also saw Trey Benson rip a 52-yard rush. You saw James Conner run and bully you, especially in the red zone. So, I think when it comes to the run defense, it is improved. Remember, Chase Young out. It's week 1. I think that they're headed in the right direction. And I do want to say, going back to the pass rush here, worth noting, with the pass rush, I thought it was good on Kyler Murray. Like I said, 5 sacks, 11 pressures, 6-1 dropbacks. The big issue for me wasn't necessarily that there wasn't pressure and there wasn't production, because there was clearly a lot of that, especially considering, again, no Chase Young. The big issue was the scrambling and moving outside of the hashes and outside of the tackles. We got to stop letting these opposing offenses extend plays and keep plays alive with their legs, especially with these mobile quarterbacks. A lot of mobile quarterbacks around the National Football League, especially in teams that you're going to be facing this year. So you got to find ways to limit that. Straight up. So we're going to take a look at the bad here. Want to take a quick second to thank today's presenting sponsor, and that is going to be our Gold Saints jerseys at chatsports.com/Saints jerseys. Want to let you know we have them on sale. Rocked it during the watch party. We didn't get a win today, but I'll tell you what, they looked really, really good on screen. They looked really, really fresh. They will probably sell out at some point. I mean, these things are selling like crazy. I will have a link in the comment section and in the description. I'll either put a photo, one of these sides, I'm not really sure. I'm going to edit it afterwards. But I'm going to put a photo of me, dude, Maddie, all rocking our gold Saints jerseys. So if you want to get a sick Saints jersey, make sure you go get one with our link in the comments and description of the video. Chatsports.com/Saints jerseys. Okay. We've done all of the talking. We've done all of the here's the good, here's the things to look forward to. Now let's get real. Let's have an honest conversation. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Dude got burned. Dude got absolutely cooked by Marvin Harrison Jr. and just not good. Overall PFF grades less than 60. Run defense less than 60, coverage grade less than 60, 7 targets, 5 receptions, 59 yards allowed. Gave up almost 12 yards per catch, 1 penalty, but it wasn't accepted. But still, you lined him up mainly outside, 47 snaps at the corner position, and he is supposed to be the lockdown corner. I thought as the game went on, he got better, but he needs to find ways to be good all 4 quarters. If that is supposed to be the Marshawn Lattimore replacement, that is going to need to be much better on film. I don't want to dog Kool-Aid McKinstry too much because I did think he had some really good moments, but just overall think he needs to be a little bit better. He obviously knows that. I think everyone knows that. So I don't want to dog him too much, but I think you have to address that. The secondary needs to play, I think, a little bit closer to the line in some of these certain situations. It felt like the Saints were giving the Cardinals receiving core a lot of room to work with, and they were giving him a lot of yards right below him, and they were dumping it off to Trey McBride, and hitting quick slants and whatnot. And then, the yards after catch was a little bit of a factor, but I mean, too many easy third down conversions. The Cardinals today were 6 of 13 on third down, but the Saints shot themselves in the foot consistently over and over and over and over and over. Biggest problem. The biggest problem, number one, without fail. The penalties was a major, major issue. This is a coaching thing. This is a discipline thing. This is the players needing to do their assignments and have more discipline doing their assignments. 13 freaking penalties for 89 yards. How are you supposed to win football games doing that? Honestly, how are you supposed to win games when you are almost having the entire length of the football field suffered in penalty yards? Can't do it. You just can't. The Saints do not have a good enough roster to shoot themselves in the foot consistently and continuously throughout the games and try to win. I've said this so many times before. I don't think we're going to win a ton of games, but I will tell you there are going to be a lot of close ones and a lot of fun ones. Today was a prime example of that. The Saints were allergic to stopping the third and longs. Oh my God. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I want to go through, shout out to Jeff Nowak. I want to go through a tweet that he said, third downs the Cardinals face in the first half. On drive 1, 3rd and 23, Benson, I'm going to be honest, I'm not necessarily sure what that note means, but had 3rd and 23. 3rd and 7 on drive 2. Kool-Aid McKinstry, DPI, got a first down. Oh, well, it led to a punt on the first drive, 3rd and 23. Because remember, Cam Jordan got the sack, and then we had a couple good plays. So that was a punt in the first drive. Saints' first drive, I thought, was really good defensively. Drive 2, 3rd and 3. Murray was short to Wilson, first down. It's a 5-yard gain. Kyler Murray incomplete on 3rd and 12. They hit a field goal from 42 yards. Drive 3. Murray, 2-yard gain, 3rd and 2, got a first down. 4th drive. Murray, 11-yard gain on 3rd and 10, got a first down. Another third down opportunity. 3rd and 12, 25-yard gain by Trey McBride. Like, the New Orleans Saints were their own worst enemies today. Again, shout out to Jeff Nowak for those stats. Got to give him a lot of credit there. That was not good. The use of Rashid Shaheed, in my opinion, wasn't great. 6 receptions, 33 yards. Not many downfield shot opportunities. I think after the almost interception by Will Johnson, which was an interception, but again, ruled back by penalty, I think they got a little scared of that. I don't think Rashid Shaheed had his best game today. I think Chris Olave, getting him hurt was not great. The aggressiveness at the first half was really frustrating. You had 30 seconds. You had 3 timeouts. Why did you not call timeouts? Why did we not run the plays? Why did we not try to stop the clock to get an opportunity to try to make a play because you knew you were getting the ball second half? Like, I don't know. It just kind of was a sloppy game altogether. But like, I wanted to address that there was good, there was bad. All in all, I think that the New Orleans Saints put together some really good tape that they can learn from in a both positive and a negative light. So I want you to let me know in the comment section what you thought about this game. You've had some time to decompress. You've had some time to let it marinate. What'd you think? Were you happy about it? Were you mad about it? Were you sad about it? I think that all 3 of those emotions make sense. And to be totally honest, I feel all 3 of those as well. But all in all, I think we're heading in the right direction. Kellen Moore, I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive. I'd like to see him have a little bit more confidence maybe in the roster. I don't know if that's the problem, but it just felt like today there was a lot of moments that I know for a fact the roster would like to have back. Really good fight towards the end, but you got to find ways to get ahead early so you don't have to try to claw your way back from behind late in the game. That's going to do it here on this late night version of Saints Now by Chat Sports. Early morning, we're going to be heading into Overreaction Monday. So be sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications so that way you can see that video and enjoy your Sunday night football, Saints fans. My name is Trizzy Trace. Y'all stay golden, and we'll see you next time.